to Joe's Atmosphere.
All right, boys and girls, let's hear that chord again.
Who was ripping that freaking guitar, bro?
That dude right there is a fella by the name of Hylunder. And we need to see what axe he's playing with tonight.
This is the vintage 110. It is the red wine coloring. It's got the gold mini humbuckers with assorted gold accoutrement. This is a rock machine for sure.
Check you out, man. That's badass.
It's
good
It's
to
got
have
the
you
weight
back,
relief,
man.
so it's not so heavy on the old back, you know?
Right? That's kick-ass, man. Yeah, I told everybody last week, I said I only do this show with my brother, so that's I did, however, I gave up the simple jack for last week. I
saw that, man. I'm glad you did that, dude.
I had to.
Yeah,
That
man.
one was just that one we couldn't let sit for a week, bro. The Commandos had to
Tarnished
be
Shield Edition, bro.
Tarnished Shield Edition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boys and girls, let me tell you something. If you don't know what we're talking about last week's video. You can go look at it. It was the Tarnished Shield Edition. Yes, it was. And what happened was, if you didn't see it, go back and watch it. It's episode 17. It's only 11 minutes long because all I did was a simple jack award. But for some reason, the Washington Commandos football team, the Commandos, we know what their real name is, decided they wanted to put their logo in the middle of the Washington State outline image and sell them at the stadium.
They don't play in Washington State, bro?
They happen to play in Maryland, but they represent the District of Columbia.
What?
But they play in Maryland. So, you know.
How did that get by all those levels of QA, right? Quality.
Man, the ultimate shit stirrer is in the house. David Burrows is watching us live.
Not
says,
the David Burrows. Not the David Burrows.
He also says meow.
Meow.
He also says, be nice to that guitar. Yes, sir.
It's a rock machine.
Nice guitar. Rock machine. Who else is with us? Oh, Teresa's here. She says hi.
Hello, Miss Teresa. Hello.
And the lovely Royal Fox, Rhonda Rivers herself, is
absolutely
here. She's saying, hail, chat.
Rounding out the guest list.
She's helping out with the chat tonight since you can't do it, buddy.
That's what's up. Appreciate that. Because
she's gonna be here, but yeah, she saw the struggles we were having. But anyway, guys, what are we here to do? Well, we're here to hack the matrix, and it's good to have my brother back, and we're back on top of what we're supposed to be doing. And what we're supposed to be doing.
What do we got?
Oh, just hang on a second, buddy. We're doing Top of the Heap, boys and girls. That's what we're doing. Top of the Heap. Let's see. Where's Ron? Okay. And Matt from Small Time Republic is here as well, man.
As always, he's a mainstay.
He says, hail, the Commandos are in a state of confusion. That's great, man. I was watching him on whatever cast last night. You'd like that one, Dan. Your conspiracy ass would love that one. Wes from whatever cast is on Wednesday nights. He puts
cheers to all the conspiracy theorists out there. Keep the fires burning.
Speaking of that, let's take a look at what's going on the other side of the planet from us. You know, we always start off the the top of the heap with a check-in on the Ukraine. Let's see what we know on day 21. Vladimir Zelensky urges UN to adopt 5-point plan for peace in Ukraine. More than 1,300 people arrested in anti-mobilization rallies throughout Russia. Wow. Yeah.
Can't we get a 1-point plan? Is there such a thing as a 1-point plan? Stop fighting.
Stop
Boom.
fighting. Pull out. Right?
Why does it have to be a 5-point plan?
Rhonda says it is a conspiracy. Yes. Okay, so that's what's going on right now. Zelensky's pleading with the UN, hey, get this done, right? And pretty sure, let's see, what do we got?
Get this done with the 5-point plan.
Right. Over here, International Business Times says Russia willing to end conflict in Ukraine as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Let's see. Putin
with
has
the
blamed
5-point plan.
Right. Putin has blamed Ukraine for rejecting the negotiation process. President Erdogan has been pushing hard to leverage Turkey's influence in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Unlike other NATO countries, Turkey has preserved its relationship with both Moscow and Kiev. Well, they need to go to work then. So
come on, Turkey.
There are
go
things
for that
going
deal,
on
man.
here trying to get that done, man. So I think, didn't we see a story earlier this week about Putin talking about using nukes if he needs to and stuff? I mean,
yes, the tyrant is definitely on full saber rattling.
Small time. Let's see. No, this is David Burrows. He says Putin sounds like the result of eating day old Taco Bell. Oh, he's Putin. Look out. David's out of his mind, man. But
he's
yeah,
way out of control.
But didn't we? Where? That was last week. You sent me that story about. Let me look it up real quick.
About
Russian draft.
Oh yeah, that's happening right now. I mean, I probably sent you that earlier this week, but yeah, that's new. And their airports were swamped with people trying to get out of that country, and they shut those airports down because he's having to. Yeah, I think he called it a limited recall or limited draft, however you want to call it. But yeah, they're definitely looking to tap into more folks there. So,
See,
and people were quickly trying to get out of the country.
This is what you call flying by the seat of your pants, boys and girls. Joe just popped this up just now. Let's see. Let's take a look at it. A lot of panic. Russian men fearing Ukraine draft seek refuge abroad. Vladimir Putin's new military call-up has sent young men who don't want to fight in Ukraine heading to the borders. He's running his own people out of his own country.
Yep.
Wow. Let's see.
That's David not. Burrow, I mean, you know, that happens every time there's a conflict. When a country goes into war, you're going to have a faction of people that don't want to fight, and they're going to draft dodgers. You've heard the term.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but a lot of guys were going to Canada during Vietnam. I mean,
yep.
they
exactly.
Yeah. David says, yeah, I saw that article about the airport closures, etc. He also says it's also going down in Iran right now. What? What is that all about, buddy? Tell me more. Teresa says they were dragging Russians to the street to draft. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you see those reports. I mean, what is true and what's not true? That's our challenge as a citizen throughout the world. What is factual and what is not, and that's a whole different thing, but that's an intent to keep us all guessing, right? So, but yeah, you hear a lot about that. There's limited recalls and people trying to get out of that country and people being detained. And hey, Russia's a different animal, man. I mean, that's not the United States over there.
Yep. That's for
It's not.
sure.
They want to
That
say
is
it's
for sure.
a democratic government, but nah, I don't believe so.
But you know what, Russia? I only got one thing to tell you. Okay, and I'm gonna let Rick tell you.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
And that's just all there is to it. Okay,
So
just don't forget that.
Are we saying the Ukraine is the man at this point?
No. Dude, you know as well as I do. You went through basic training a couple of years after me, and it was the same story. We don't trust Russians. We don't trust them as far as we can throw them.
Well,
You and I served in the military when we weren't buddies with them, when the wall was still up, when East and West Germany was separated.
We definitely don't trust the Russian government. That's for sure. I mean, the Russian people they're like us. They're trying to live their lives, and
they're tough.
You've got a select few that are representing your whole country, and you're like, whoa, that's not me.
But their government. I mean, that's them, man. You know, shit. All right. Next up, we're gonna get out of Russia. Let's see, what do we got here?
We're gonna get out of Russia.
We're gonna get out of Russia. We'd like to see Russia get the hell out of Ukraine. That's
you know what I mean?
Really
I think that eventually is going to happen. So,
yeah, if they don't want to get caught in another quagmire, look, it's looking like Afghanistan for them all over again.
Well, yeah, and I think what's going to happen. I mean, this is just my opinion, but I think Putin's going to be.
Dude, how many articles have we talked about where he's already whacking people that are against him, but the numbers are growing apparently, according to some sources. Didn't we have an article last week that we didn't get into about 5 politicians putting a coalition together to try and get him to get the hell out of Ukraine?
Yeah, sounds like Valkyrie, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's nuts, man. But moving on, of course, the Queen was laid to rest Monday. It was a pretty cool ceremony. I watched the second half of it. I thought the coolest thing about it was hang on, let me crank this back a little bit. You guys have to forgive me. I'm trying to set it up. Yeah, this was the coolest thing right here. The piper plays during the funeral of Britain's Queen Elizabeth II in London. What was cool was he walked out of the Abbey, out of what is the name of the place they were at? Why am I having such a senior moment? You know the one I'm talking about. Yeah, Westminster Abbey. Anyway, that was the coolest thing to me whenever her guard was walking out playing the bagpipes. That was cool as shit.
You know what the coolest thing to me was, dude?
Yeah.
The coolest thing to me was at the Celtic soccer football game, they decided to, instead of trying to risk a moment of silence to observe the Queen,
wow, they wouldn't have got
went
that.
with a moment of applause, a minute of applause. And when they did that, Celtic fans hold up this big banner saying, "If you're happy the Queen is dead, applaud."
That's just wrong, man.
Get out of Ireland. Get out of Ireland.
That's the Irish for you, man. Yeah.
Get out.
Yes. Let's see. Going back to Putin, David said that civil rights riots over a woman beaten to death. Oh, we have that story. We have that story. So we'll be getting to that. We will be getting to that.
Yeah.
We have that story, David.
Yes.
Don't jump the gun on us, son. Don't jump the gun. And he says that Putin's a mobster. Yeah.
Absolutely is. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I hate to tell you, Dave, most politicians are mobsters, man.
Yep.
They're all mobbed up. You can't tell me the Clintons aren't mobbed up.
Straight gangsters.
Yeah. And by the way, I don't know anything about the Clintons, so please, and I'm not suicidal. Don't forget that now. So let's see. The next thing we got to go into is we're still in top of the heap here, guys.
Top of the heap.
Let's see. Oh, this is out of this is the new British Prime Minister. Biden will be gone. Truss handed master plan to strike U.S. deal as backdoor option open.
Yeah, apparently Biden and, of course, former President Obama were dead set against Brexit, and the trade talks between the two countries have soured. So they're going to wait this administration out before they really start to do economic talks with us again.
Yeah. Yeah. He said it better than I can read it. That he just gave you the Reader's Digest of it right there, guys. So that's what's going on with that. Truss just isn't down with the current administration. So
Not at all.
Let's see what's next here. Joe Biden has called for Social Security benefit cuts 2 times.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, he cites certain incomes and he's looking to tax.
Tough choices will need to be made to tackle Social Security's estimated $20.4 trillion cash shortfall over the next 75 years. President Biden knows it. Let's see. Even though it's been our nation's most successful retirement program for more than 8 decades, Social Security finds itself in some pretty serious financial trouble, according to a 22 Social Security Board of Trustees report.
Don't you love that wording? Don't you love that wording, Joe John?
Yeah.
It finds itself.
Yeah.
You know, it got there by itself, not by any of these politicians just blindly stealing from the fund and doing whatever little pet projects or whatever they're doing.
No, sir.
It's Social Security finds itself. Yeah.
Okay. David says taxation is theft.
It is.
You know, I'm willing to put up with a certain level of taxation because I do like being. I do like paying the military, and I do like helping the least fortunate of us that can't help themselves. Those are the 2 things. I went over this last night in my State of the Atmosphere show. 2 things I want my government to do for me. I want them to protect my ass.
I
want them to be able to. I want to have the best military in the world, be able to repel its own borders.
Yes. Right? Yeah.
The other thing I want it to do is take care of the least of us. That's what I want them to do. And I
want my infrastructure to be up to snuff as well. That's what they're supposed to be doing. My infrastructure, as far as roads and bridges, shit like that, they're supposed to handle that as well. And serve the common good. Those of us that need help, senior citizens who have worked and it's time for retirement.
Which is what this article is about. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they are not supposed to be in our churches, our schools, our medical. They're not supposed to be in all that education.
No, that's state stuff. That is state stuff. That's what states are there for.
That's right. States' rights.
Let's see. David, did you know income tax was meant to be temporary during World War II and never existed before then? No, I didn't know that. I haven't done.
I've read that. I've read that.
Stuff.
And it worked out so well. They decided, hey, let's keep on doing it.
That's when the military industrial complex was born. That thing that Eisenhower warned us about. Let's see.
Yeah, as he was walking out the door.
His mama says, yes, David, you are correct. Wow. Nice.
Yep.
All right. She must have raised him right, huh? Okay. Let's see. What else we got in the top of the heap today? Governments urged to act after oil giants accused of misleading the public. Documents suggested Shell and BP staff privately downplayed public commitments in climate crisis. Climate crisis? Really?
Yeah, well,
really?
They're kind of doubling down, and they say they're going to do this, but they actually do this, and hey, more gangsters doing those kinds of gangsters.
Campaigners have urged governments to intervene after oil companies were accused of misleading the public about their commitment to reducing carbon emissions. See, okay, guys, look, and David's gonna kill us in the chat here in a second because he is a big global warming guy. I've got no problem with the global warming issue. I think we need to cut back on emissions and everything, but there's an argument to be made for the fact that they're pushing this stuff so hard just to move money from one area to another area. And these lithium batteries, if you think styrofoam cups don't break down after a while, take a look at how long it's going to take for those to break down once they're done using them.
Well, I'll tell you this, anytime the government is pushing an agenda, there's something going on in the background. And they will push out information to get a large population on a global scale to believe in whatever agenda they're pushing. Right now, it happens to be global warming.
Yep.
They're not out here trying to save us. They're making money in the background.
On the last subject, Small Time Republic says new taxes never go away. Absolutely. David says the powers that be don't like an informed populace. Stick it to the man. Learn. Yeah, no doubt, David. Yeah. We can agree to disagree on this one. Yeah, I know that, David. And then he says, let's see. He says, nah, man, I'm going to respect your platform. I'll provide my input if it's asked for. No. Hey, you can disagree with me all you want, man. I believe in civil discourse. You can disagree with me all you want. Long as you don't call me an ist or an ism. As soon as you do that, I'm out. Let's see. And
no, discussion is always good. Discussion is healthy. That's how you find ways to improve and bridge gaps. Government doesn't like informed people. This is correct.
Yeah.
And they certainly don't like a united people. That's why you see all these labels and wedges being pushed between different groups, this group, that group, age, culture, whatever. So yeah, dumb down the populace and make them hate each other. There you go. And that's exactly what goes on.
He said that we agree on. Don't trust the government agenda. And then he says, ha ha ha, amen, man. Civil discussion is healthy. Hell yeah, it is. I've told you before, I'm all for saving the planet, man. Just don't make me mortgage my house to do it. I'm not going to do that. Sorry. When they make this stuff affordable, then I would have a Tesla already if it was within my range. It's not within my range. Small Time Republic says, if the people are uniting, then the politicians have nothing to run on. No doubt. Right. That's a fact. Yep. That's okay. Right. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, here we go. And we've already been talking about this in another state. Now another state, Minnesota. The U.S. attorney announces federal charges in $250 million. Dude, the Mississippi $77 million ain't shit. Minnesota said we can up that.
Minnesota's off the chain stealing from the COVID, the children
feeding
COVID.
Our future fraud scheme. 47 people have been brought up on charges, I believe is what it says in this article, if I remember correctly. I know I read that number in here somewhere. But anyway, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Minnesota has announced federal criminal charges in a massive $250 million fraud scheme that exploited a federally funded child nutrition program during the COVID pandemic. They literally, boys and girls, I'm not joking, they literally stole kids' lunch money.
Stole the kids' lunch money. Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Just
Minnesota, don't you know?
Don't you know? On our last subject, David said the technology needs more advancement. Yet, I agree. But yeah, we've been covering this another scandal in Mississippi, much like this. This one in Minnesota, and I think I have an article for that too. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, Amy Bach of Feeding the Future. That's the girl that was managing the funds in Minnesota. Charged in alleged fraud case. So that
she looks like a kindergarten teacher, man.
Yeah, she does. It's ridiculous.
That shows you just
here it is. This is where I got that number. This is a scheme that begins with Amy Bach and Feeding Our Future, said Andrew Luger, the U.S. Attorney for Minnesota at a press conference announcing the charges against 47 suspects in Minnesota. 47 guys colluding for their piece of a $250 million pie to steal kids' lunch money.
Steal kids' lunch monies.
And let's see.
Greed is no bias. There's no bias when you're greed. Greed covers all races and creeds and cultures and everything.
Now, if you don't know about this story, that me and Danny covered a couple weeks ago. And by the way, did you see the thumbnail I made for the video, Dan?
No, I didn't, man.
Okay. It was in the WhatsApp.
Yes, I saw it. It's got Brett Favre in it. Yes, it
right.
did.
It's Brett Favre. And you saw Ted DiBiase yelling at his son, Ted DiBiase Jr. Ted DiBiase Sr. is not involved in this.
Okay.
I did that just to ease your mind about the
Thank you very
man,
much.
baby. Okay.
What about my man Marcus Dupree?
Oh, he's in it. I'm sorry, he's in it, bro. It's just when we first reported on this, guys, we thought it was Ted DiBiase Sr. and it was Ted DiBiase Jr. that's involved in it.
Hurt my heart, bro.
Right? What the hell, man? So, Rhonda, let's see.
Damn it,
Teresa says, "Oh my God, that's insane." And Rhonda Rivers says, "Sounds like schoolyard bullies." Yeah, that's basically what these people are. They're mobbed up gangsters being bullies. But yeah, Brett Favre, he's on the low end of the scale. He only took $1 million for speaking engagements, but
Brett only took $1 million from the
he only took $1 million. That's all he took.
They got no running water in the Capitol, and these guys are taking money. Okay,
right.
Cool.
I last night on the show, I showed tweets that he had with the person that was running the fund. You
didn't show funny. Brett Favre tweets, did you?
Yes, I did. But there were no penis pics. We were okay. Everything was clean.
So that's his SOP, so to speak. That's what he does.
Well, all I got to say about his tweets are. All right. Well, speaking of Brett Favre.
Do we have to?
No, we're about to get away from him, actually. Because, Al has.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Well, you know what we got, man. We got the Jock Strap, baby.
I love it, man.
It's the millionaires. It's the millionaires messing around. Messing around. You know what's going on now. Bro. Yeah, I love it. I love it, man. I think it's awesome. That guy is a bad dude with a basketball in his hand.
Dude, he's shaking and baking, bro.
I could be completely wrong, but, But anyway, we're going to get into, let's see what's first on the docket here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Danny will love this. It's kind of like the Cowboys-Buccaneers game. Oh, let me blow up this friggin' headline for you guys. Tyler Lockett reveals Russell Wilson used same hand signals from Seattle in mic'd up video.
Wow, dude.
You might have wanted to change that before you went into your old stadium on opening day. What the hell, man?
Who did I pick to win that game?
You were the only person that picked the Seattle Seahawks. Yes.
Pete Carroll is an expensive dude, man. I guarantee you, he knows how to get to Russell Wilson, gets him in situations he does not like.
Well, I told you what the homeboy, the wrestler, the guy that used to be a punter that's wrestling now. What the hell is that guy's name? I never can remember his name. Anyway, he used to play for the Colts. He was their punter, and he's in wrestling now. He's got his own talk show. He said that Pete Carroll let everybody know around that building all week, Russell thinks that you suck and he's better than you are. And that's why he left. That's what he told them all week long, man.
Master motivator.
And you see what happened very next week, though. San Francisco handed us our ass, dude. The only score we got was on a blocked field goal.
Look, Jimmy G's going to have a good year, I guarantee you.
Yeah, I think he is too. He's Cuba Gooding Jr. and Jerry Maguire, right? You're loving me now, aren't you?
You're loving me now, aren't you? You're loving me now.
All right, hang on. Let's catch up on these comments here. David says, American politics, where nowhere in the galaxy will you find a a more wretched hive. Let me fix that quote for you. A
Of
more
scum
wretched
and
hive
villainy.
of scum.
We must
and
be
villainy.
cautious.
Let's see. Small Time Republic says Ted DiBiase Sr. doesn't need to get caught up in this. He's worth millions, right?
He's the $1 million man.
That's a good one, man. He's the $1 million man. I actually met him at a con not too long ago, and I got both me and my brother signed autographs. Yeah, he's a great guy, and he's huge. He's a lot bigger in person than I thought he'd be, man. That guy is big. He's got hands as big as my head, Daniel. Yeah, there it is. Hang on. Let me bring this up. Hang on. Let's go like no. Hang on. I got it. And there it is, bigger than life. Move it up so they can see the signature.
I don't know if it might be in
Is it inside the book?
in the sleeve.
Yeah, it's inside. It's inside the book. Let's see. There you go. There it is. Hey, Daniel. All the best, Ted DiBiase. That's what I'm talking about. What's
That's
it say?
badass, dude.
Matthew 16:26, guys, if you want to look it up. He is a born-again Christian, apparently. So
Yeah, when I thought it was him, I was brokenhearted, man.
yeah. No, it's
But
his son.
It's
It's his
okay.
son.
Cool.
Okay, what else we got here? Constipated sea pigeons. Woohoo, David says. Oh my God, please leave me alone about my football team. We know they're gonna have a shitty season. Let's see, Small Time Republic. That's it. Pat McAfee. Thank you very much, Big Daddy. I appreciate it, Matt. Yeah, I just have a mental block with his name. I don't know why I can't remember it, man. And then we've got the fine Rhonda Rivers says, did you just call him a masturbator? No, I didn't.
I think you did, dude. I think you did. Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. According to Bro Bible.
Oh, jeez.
According to Bro Bible. Yes, your
The
favorite subject.
douche that is Tom Brady.
Oh man, so you're not loving him now, huh? That's British for F off. Tom Brady will take every Wednesday off for the rest of the season. NFL fans react. I can give you my reaction. It's all smoke and mirrors. I don't care. This guy is going to play until they cart him off, or he breaks his arm or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going to take.
I tell you what, he better play better than he did last week, because if you're taking Wednesdays off,
yeah,
it doesn't fly in the locker room, dude.
Not really.
Doesn't fly in the locker room. And look, those young guys, they don't care about that.
Yeah, they want a ring. They riding with you to get a ring. David says, "I'm a Cowboys fan. I've got. Let's see. All I've got is making fun of other teams. No, dude, they had a great victory this weekend. If you didn't watch the Cowboys this weekend, you missed a good game, dude. My poor brother is a Joe Burrow fan, and he had to watch Joe Burrow run for his life against that defense. Yeah, LSU. There it is. And, dude.
Yeah, Burrow's not long for the league, dude. He's not long for the league at all. You know, said they addressed their offensive line, and they did not address the offensive line. It's garbage. Every time he drops back, he's getting hit. And, yeah, it's a shame.
In this chair. Fuck. Let's see what else we got here. Rhonda says, never did I think I would hear Daniel talk bad about Tom Brady. Laugh out loud. Love it. Welcome to the dark side, she says. And David says, oh, yeah, let me know when we pass round 2 of the playoffs. Yeah, well, you know, hey, that's not coming anytime soon. But anyway, let's see what the next one we have here is. Another, what is this, Tampa Bay hour here? What the fuck? Buccaneers signed controversial free agent wide receiver to bolster depleted receiving core. I read this, Daniel. You're telling me that Cole Beasley is controversial?
Well, he's controversial because apparently, well, he's been very vocal. He's not taking the COVID vaccine. That's why he got ousted out of Buffalo. That's why he got ousted out of Buffalo, because he's not taking those vaccines. So,
well, he's going down to Florida now.
He's going down to Florida,
where they don't give a shit about a vaccine. They don't care about that shit down there in Florida. Dude, did I tell you what it was like over there at the height of COVID? They had
Where?
we went to a restaurant. I can't remember when that was. Rhonda, chime in with when that was.
In Florida?
Yeah. We went to God, I can't even
Gainesville or
remember the name of the place. But anyway, look, we went to a bar. It was in the Panhandle, Dan. It's one of those beaches in there. Anyway, we went to it wasn't a bar, it was a restaurant, but it had a bar in it, right?
Yeah.
And they had, mask required, whatever, Yeah, it was my birthday. I want to know where we went, baby.
You go to
anyway,
Pensacola?
No, it wasn't Pensacola. No. It's Fort Walton. There it is, Fort Walton. And we walk in, every other table has a big blue X on it where they can't seat people, but you look over, we walk in the door and you look to the left where the bar is, there are 30 motherfuckers shoulder to shoulder at that bar, dude. But they're only seating every other table.
Look, when me and Kim went to
funny as shit.
That place up Broken Bow, Oklahoma, where they have the cabins and the resorts and all.
Yeah.
You go into the restaurants, and this was during the height of COVID. They weren't isolating anything. The whole restaurant was full. People were just right on top. Nobody was wearing masks or anything.
Man. Okay, Dave. Close your eyes. You're about to be embarrassed. This is Leonard Fournette blowing up Micah Parsons on a chip block. Oh my God.
That's what he gets for running his mouth.
Wow. He got blown up, man. That's crazy.
That and he was bitching about that block, right? That chip block is standard.
That is standard chip block.
To the screen.
Yes. He put his shoulder. What you do is you put your numbers on his numbers. Pretty easy.
And you drive him back inside to the tackle. That's to assist the tackle.
And he did it perfectly. Yes, he did.
He did it perfect. And Leonard Fournette is not a small man.
No, he's not.
When he hits you, you are hit.
Okay, now that
that's Micah Parsons,
right? And now that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers report is over with, let's move on to some interesting news in other sports. Robert Sarver to sell NBA's Phoenix Suns and WNBA's Mercury following misconduct findings. Embattled Phoenix Suns and Phoenix Mercury owner Robert Sarver announced he will sell his NBA and WNBA teams. I expect.
Yeah, he did everything under the sun, man.
Yeah. It says here, I expect that the commissioner's 1-year suspension would provide the time for me to focus, make amends, and remove my personal controversy from the teams that I and so many fans love, Sarver said in a statement. In our current unforgiving climate, it has become painfully clear that that is no longer possible, that whatever good I have done or could still do is outweighed by the things I have said in the past. For these reasons, I am beginning the process of seeking buyers for the Suns and the Mercury.
You get no leeway.
Wow.
No leeway. It doesn't matter how many millions this guy has given to whatever charity or whatever. It's about what you say and
Yeah.
So he loses his franchise, and don't feel sorry for the guy. The guy's a freaking multimillionaire.
Oh, he's got plenty of money. Don't you worry about him none. He'll be fine.
But if you say the wrong thing and you do the wrong thing, you stand to lose everything you have.
David says, I feel like the coach in The Water Boy. Oh, yeah. Here's my guy sucking again.
Yeah.
And Rhonda says, how about them Dolphins? How about those Dolphins? How about Tua going off? You can yawn all you want, Dan. That was a huge comeback. They were down by 3 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter. And he threw 4 touchdowns in the fourth. That's crazy.
I cannot root for anybody
from Bama. I understand that, but he matched your boy Marino's record.
I don't care. Mark Ingram, Heisman Trophy winner out of freaking Alabama. He started the landslide last week when he fumbled the freaking football when we're going in.
Yeah.
Alabama sucks.
David says the Miami Tunas. You guys just keep picking on the fair Foxy. She'll have the last laugh this year, I think.
I'm not picking on her. I can't stand the Dolphins. I'm a Patriot fan, dude. I can't say, yeah, go Dolphins. Can't do it. Never gonna do it.
Well, I live in a house where Dad's calling me with this pick. I know he is, but I'm not going to put him on the air. Yeah, I don't put on my Patriots stuff until the Dolphins are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Why? Because I have a wife that likes to watch football, and I'm happy to have that. So, Okay. The next one we got is also in the NBA. Report Celtics head coach
douche
Ime Udoka. Is that his name?
Ime Udoka
facing team discipline for allegedly improper consensual relationship with female staff member. Yo, man, what you doing fraternizing?
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Oh, wait. You didn't go there, did you?
Yes, I did.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
There you go. Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
What? You can't be fraternizing with girls in the organization, bro. You can't be shitting in your own backyard, bro. What are you doing?
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
I guess it is. Hang on a
People
second.
don't change, man. I don't care. I don't know who they were, where they come from, how much money they're making. People are going to be who they are.
Rhonda says, moi, love you, baby. Yeah, hey, you know I love you. Let's see.
Dwarf.
David says, relax.
We're live, for fook's sake.
For fook's sake. I got to clip that, don't I? Let's see. I don't know, man. I hear consensual, and I think, what's the problem? Well,
he's married.
Let me ask you something. First of all, the man's married. Secondly, Dave, how does that work out in the military?
Well, you just start with one.
When it's an officer and an enlisted person. That's basically what we're talking about here. Okay.
He's married.
And he's married on top of that. Okay.
That's number one, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the end of the list. He's married.
There you go. Okay, let's see. What's next here? Oh, yeah. Here you go. Your boy. Talking shit like he always does. Shaquille O'Neal on guarding Allen Iverson. I could have blocked his shot multiple times. I just didn't want to.
No, it goes on to say in that article, he had such respect for him, Vince Carter, and a couple other guys, Tracy McGrady, because he was just awe-inspired by the way they played the game.
Yeah.
So sometimes, during the regular season, but the article does go on to say in the postseason, that was not his playing style.
Yeah.
He would block. I mean, he would play up to par because he won the MVP when the Sixers played the Lakers. Right. He won the MVP, but he was enamored by these guys' skill, and he had a lot of respect for them. And during the regular season, he'd let them go sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying he's always got something to say about something, man.
And
it's usually a pretty good take, man. It's usually he's not known for bad takes. He's really not.
No. Yeah. You look at that picture right there. He's shaking hands with Allen Iverson. They went into the hall together.
Yeah.
But you look how Allen's dressed, and you can look how Shaq is dressed.
Shaq's all business, baby.
He's business.
All business.
He's all about the business.
Oh my God, man. Yeah. I do dig Shaq. Let's see. Okay. So that is going to be it for the millionaires this week. Let's see what else we got here. Okay.
What do we got?
That's are you trying to tell me that Al's got more questions?
What do I got?
Is that what's going on?
What do we got? What do we got?
Yeah, what we got is the Flix, baby. We got the Flix.
And when we say Flix, getting his hand cut off.
We got the popular stuff. Movies.
Allen Iverson and Shaquille O'Neal up.
Hey, relax, dude. That's because I forgot the loop. Here, fine. If you think you can do better, come on.
I could do better.
There you go. I know you love seeing it. There you go. You're going to see it 50 times now.
Fluke Starbucker getting his hand cut off. It's awesome. Never gets old.
Yeah. This is comic books, movies, music, all the stuff we dig that's pop culture. That's what we're covering here. And Danny, I've got bad news.
Come on.
Got bad news, brother.
Did the Maverick finally fall out of
We
everything?
I hate to be the one to break it to you, bro, but we are no longer.
It's dangerous. Your obsession with me. Seriously, Lana, call Kenny Loggins, you're in the danger zone. From Top Gun. You're in the danger zone. Don't they know you're in the danger zone?
In this guy, man.
No,
we're no longer in the danger zone, man. It dropped to number 6.
Well, wait a minute now. 6. So it's been out there that long and it's still at number 6?
Yeah. It made it. Now, listen up, guys. To put this in context now.
I mean, shit.
To put this in context, you have been able to buy this for a month on digital. I know for sure. I don't know if the hard copy's out there yet, but it made $2.2 million off of people that didn't want to buy it and keep it. They wanted to spend twice that on popcorn, drinks, and a ticket to go see it in the theater.
Bro, where's Thor Love and Thunder? Where's that at? Nowhere.
It's number 18.
Okay, then. Maverick, number 6.
Number 1 this week was Woman King, The Woman King. Something I have no interest in seeing, and from what I understand from many in the African American community, is a passel full of lies, apparently, or something. Apparently, this country was big into the slave trade.
Yeah,
when it was going.
Yeah.
But it made 19 million. Barbarian, which I think is a horror movie. I think it did 6.5. You've got Pearl, which I don't know what the hell that is. See How They Run, and Bullet Train rounds out the top 5. And none of them are making any money. Woman King premiered this week. That's probably why it made 19 million, but 19 million is nothing compared to most movies. David says, let's see. Okay.
How much Top Gun
David
Maverick
says, I refuse to watch Maverick while Tom Cruise will profit from it. What? Really? Okay.
How much has Maverick made gross?
That's a shame, bro, because you're missing a really great movie. It's fantastic.
It's a monster movie.
It has made,
no doubt.
Domestically, it has made $709 million. 709 in 17 weeks.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
awesome,
that's amazing.
Man. It is amazing.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I dug it. I thought it was fantastic. Let's see what our next story is. Oh, yeah, you gave me this one, man. Fort Worth Telegram.
Yeah, dude.
The Bear star Jeremy Allen White cast in A24 biopic about Texas pro wrestling family. This is interesting, man. They're making a movie about the Von Erichs. Wow.
Yes, sir.
I heard it's called The Claw or something
like that. The Claw, bro.
Yeah.
It might be a Let me tell you what.
Oh, it's called The Iron Claw. Jeremy Allen White from the Hulu drama show The Bear is set to co-star alongside Zac Efron, who I dig. He's really good. And Harris Dickinson in a A24, that's a studio, guys, biopic about Texas-based professional wrestling family, the Von Erichs.
The Von Erichs.
Called The Iron Claw. Wow,
look,
man.
If you have not seen this guy's show, The Bear on Hulu, it's a great show.
I have not seen it.
Yeah, look forward to seeing that.
Yeah. Let's see. Getting back to Tom Cruise, David Burrows says he's a horrific human being and a waste of flesh. Nah, I'll miss out on the movie instead. Wow. That's strong words, man.
The man is tied to his convictions for sure.
Hey, nothing wrong with it.
Rock and roll,
bro. There's certain guys I don't want to see either. You know, I can't name them off the top of my head right now, but
mine would be Will Smith. Never been a big fan.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not radically opposed to the guy, but I'm trying to think.
Sean Penn, great actor, douchebag, but you know what? He does
some
great
of these
work.
guys are complete idiots. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. This guy's embattled right now because he's letting the little brain do a whole lot of thinking for the big brain. Maroon 5's lead singer. More women come forward to expose Adam Levine, and the latest alleged leak DMs are creepy. What they mean by creepy, guys, this is just freaking weird. I'm going to go ahead and play this video, and if you can't hear the audio, Dan, you should be able to, but if you can't hear it, just let me know, and I'll tell you what happened, okay? Hang on, let me let this play.
I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off because I've retaken this like 10 times now. Essentially,
you're a
was having an affair with a man who's married to a Victoria's Secret model. At the time, you know, I was young, I was naive, and I mean, quite frankly, I feel exploited. I wasn't in the scene like I am now, so I was definitely very easily manipulated. Maroon 5 is practically elevator music at this point, so I'm sure you know who Adam Levine is. But Adam and I were seeing each other for about a year. After I stopped talking to him over, you know, a period of months, this is how he came back into my life. He said, okay, serious question. I'm having another baby, and if it's a boy, I really want to name it Sumner. You okay with that? Dead serious. I was like, I'm in hell. Like, I have to be in hell at this point. I mean,
I don't know if you heard it or not, Dan, but Mr. Levine has decided he wants to give his new kid the name of his mistress.
Yeah, unfortunately I heard all of that stuff. we should do some kind of disclaimers and maybe hand out fucking virtual puke bags when we do that kind of shit. Those.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She looked like she was really, you know, a victim of something, right?
Yeah,
so.
She's a victim of Instagram. That's what it is. David says, I have irreconcilable philosophical differences with, can you believe I actually got that off without messing it up? With the Church of Scientology. Well, yeah, I understand that. By the way, I can't remember, Rhonda, what's the girl's
David,
name?
we've moved on to the chick with Instagram who's cheating in Maroon 5.
Well, they have to have time to type it, Dan. They have to have time to type it, bro.
Tragedy.
Rhonda, if you could chime in with the girl's name that everybody thought you looked like her from King of Queens. She was in that. That's a great idea. David says that's a great idea about the guy giving his mistress a kiss. That's jacked up, man. That's all wrong, Dave. Oh, shit. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I can understand that the going clear is not your speed thing. I understand that. Scientology is just, well, I mean, it's a religion made up by a science fiction writer. I mean, why people would even listen to that is beyond me. But we are talking about flaky ass Hollywood people, so you know, who knows?
Look, voodoo is more reputable than Scientology. I'm sorry.
It is.
Scientology.
Give me some chicken fingers.
Huge money grab. That's a huge money grab. Is all that is.
Money grab, dude. They want everything you've got. They want everything you've got, and they want you recruiting people to give them all that they got. I mean, it's just,
they're like the Mary Kay of religion, you know.
Oh man. Let's see. David says, Rhonda said she didn't remember her name. David says, laughing my ass off. I typed that when I was talking about it, bro. Not my fault. The interwebs sucks.
Sucks.
Lee Remney is the girl's name. Yeah, check out the she did a series on Netflix.
What's her name?
Lee Remney. Deleted. David says the Michelin Man is more reputable. Damn, bro. Woo, David's in rare form tonight. Okay. Well, guys, that's gonna be it for the Flix. And Al's got quick.
What do we got?
You know what we got, Al? We got them earthquakes, man.
Whoa.
We got them earthquakes.
Poor lady.
We got them things that just
Oh,
shake the world up, man. Shake the world up.
yeah.
Yeah, she can't get that lipstick on worth a damn, can she? It's
The
crazy.
tollway got him.
Well, this is what we got this time around, guys. We got a bunch of stuff here at the end. This is probably my second favorite section besides the Flix, the earthquakes, because we get into some stuff here.
Earthquakes.
CNN Politico indicate that that go broke. No, God, Joe, start over.
Spit it out,
CNN,
bro.
I'm trying to spit it out. CNN Politico. Well, it helped if I put it on the screen too, wouldn't it? So people could read it themselves. They could have read it faster than I did. CNN Politico indicate that go woke, go broke applies to news organizations. Basically, this article that's put out by Fox News, well, their competition, so take it with a grain of salt, but the expression go woke and go broke has picked up steam in recent years as companies that embrace liberal ideology have suffered, but new ownership at CNN and Politico indicate that the catchphrase can apply to news organizations too. Well, if you've been watching our show, guys, you know that I have detailed over the last few weeks the firings they've had at CNN, the personalities they've gotten rid of, the shows they've gotten rid of. It's very obvious that they want, and the rumor is they want to go back to hard news. You know?
Well, it's about time, man. I mean, you know, that's how they made their name, was to be a credible news outlet, you know?
And
one time, check CNN, man. They got the news. Now it's like...
That's it. Look, Desert Shield, the original mission, or was it, which one was first? Was it Shield or Storm? I can't remember.
No, Storm.
I think Storm was the one that made CNN. That made that network. Great. Dave's into the act now. He's telling me moving on.
Yeah.
Let's see. He also says news should be plain, unadulterated reporting of facts. I'm sick of opinions. Well, I have no problem with them giving opinions, Dave. That's called an editorial. And you call it an editorial. These guys aren't doing that. They're acting like their editorial is actually hard facts. And that's not the way you do news.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, it's very obvious. CNN needs to go back to that. They'd be doing really well if they did. Okay.
Yeah, because, a large swath of the population is hunger for, just give us the freaking news.
That's why they've come over to YouTube, man. I mean, they'd rather watch you and me than watch their local news.
I tried to go to OAN, but even they jumped on the Trump bandwagon, and you couldn't see. I mean, they were totally biased.
Yeah, so I can't watch any of it. You're better off with your phone looking it up yourself, man. You really are. Just sift through it.
I love that smart news app, dude, because you're getting outlet from every source.
There's another app. I'll have to get with you after the show. I saw it on, of all people, Shoe on Head's video. She was actually promoting it. I guess she was doing an ad for him. It shows you the slant of the news you're reading, and it'll tell you if you're in an echo chamber or not. I'll pull it up. I watched it earlier today, as a matter of fact. I'll pull it up and I'll get you the name of the app. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat stuff. Okay.
Weird.
This story,
stuff.
Fauci addresses the pandemic is over.
Biden said that, right? Our commander-in-chief?
Yeah. Several days after President Joe Biden declared the pandemic is over, Anthony Fauci weighed in on the president's controversial remarks during an interview at the Atlantic Festival, an annual live event in Washington, D.C. He was saying we're in a much better place with regard to the fulfillment stage of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Fauci, the president's chief medical advisor, said it really becomes semantics and about how you want to spin it.
What Fauci's saying here is
wait. How you want to spin it? I thought we were
more
supposed
money
to
to make
science.
here. Yeah. Fauci's saying, whoa, Biden, we've got more money to make here. It's not over. we're in a better place because the new boosters are coming out, so we can't say it's over because people won't go get the booster. So
Got to be
more
kidding
money
me,
to be
man.
made.
This guy's 15 minutes are up, dude. I mean, he needs to go away. This is ridiculous.
Who, Biden or Fauci?
Well, both of them, but Fauci needs to go the fuck away. Here's the story you were talking about there, David. Iranian woman dies after being beaten by morality police over hijab law. Masha Amini, a 22-year-old Kurd, dies after violent arrest for infringing hijab rules amid Iranian crackdown on. I'm sorry, say that again.
She had her giblets. What?
Infringing hijab.
Oh, I thought you said something about her giblets.
Hijab. If I had to pronounce this, I'd say hijab. Rules.
Somebody hijacked her giblets? What? I'm just trying to understand, bro.
I know it's hard.
Okay.
It's hard to listen to me read.
Her giblets were hijacked.
It is my kryptonite. It is my kryptonite. I can do calculus for you all day long. But reading, wow.
Okay.
Let's see.
So to recap, her giblets have been hijacked. Continue.
Oh, Masha Amini, a 22-year-old Kurd, dies after violent arrest for infringing hijab rules amid Iranian crackdown on women's dress. That's a shame. Is this a picture of the girl?
I reckon so.
You need to register to keep reading. Oh, go away. I'll do it later. What the I hate that.
Well, hey, long story short, you think women have it bad in this country? Wear the wrong freaking shirt in whatever country that is,
right?
And you find yourself killed.
She's Iranian. It's Iran.
Did you hear what I said, though, right?
Yeah, I heard you. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
We got it bad here.
She was traveling with her family from Iran's western province of Kurdistan to the capital, Tehran. Tehran. I'm sorry. God almighty, guys.
Tehran, whatever.
Tehran. What?
Duran, whatever.
To visit relatives when she was reportedly arrested for failing to meet the country's strict rules on women's dress.
Yeah.
Witnesses reported that Amini was beaten in the police van, and an allegation the police deny.
Sure they do.
Wow.
They're saying she just smashed herself.
That's wow, man. That's just insane. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to move on from that one. That's
moving on.
Moving on.
Yes,
moving
on. The barbarians.
Oh God. Yeah, this gets even better. Revealed the shocking levels of toxic lead in Chicago tap water. What is going on in Illinois and Michigan, man? What's the name of that town? What's the name of the town outside Detroit that's got just the worst water on the planet?
Flint.
Flint. That's it. Flint, Michigan. And now Chicago's got lead in the water.
Look, that story, I guarantee if there was enough digging, you can tell that story all over the United States.
Yeah.
You think any state is any better or cares any more about their people? It's run by government. So
we put a filter on our water. So,
well,
yeah, I don't trust them as far.
I'm just saying that story probably can be told throughout the country.
Probably can. That's scary, folks. That just highlights what you were talking about earlier, the infrastructure thing. Yeah, that needs to be a priority for sure.
Yeah.
But you know what? The last couple of presidents I've seen that got elected ran on, I'm going to work on the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of them have. Okay, what's next? Let's see.
What do we got?
What do we got? I'll tell you what we got. We got ads all over the place. Powell signals more pain to come with Fed sending rates higher. Fed delivers its third straight 75 basis point increase. And Fed chair says rates to rise until sufficiently restrictive. So in other words, they've printed too much money, and now they're gonna put the squeeze on us with higher interest rates to get us to slow down. Is that what it is? Is that what I'm seeing here?
It's more freaking shenanigans. It's not even cheeky and fun shenanigans. It's sad and tragic shenanigans.
Yeah, it is.
And we're on the hook for it.
Yeah, it's stupid. Let's see. Oh yeah, I thought this was neat because my wife and your wife both work from home. Some work from home employees have a secret. They now live in another country.
I read that article and I was like, what? That is crazy.
With growing
pressure, they were doing these video conferences and everything. They were hiding their backgrounds. Yeah. They actually left the countries they were hired in. And now they're being asked to come back to the office. And they don't even live in the country anymore.
Oops.
I got to do what? Yeah, I don't live in Thailand anymore.
With growing pressure to return to the office, some employees are struggling to hide the fact that they now live abroad. It's quite hard to keep up the facade all the time, one person said.
I mean,
Wow. That's crazy, man. Well, I mean, that's
the idea that you could, eventually you would have to know that, at some point you're going to go back to the office.
You would think. You would
so
think.
Would you move out of the country?
Rhonda has to go in occasionally here.
Yeah.
She answers phones for God, a bunch of states though.
Sure.
But yeah, she's required to go in. Matter of fact, I think they just called her in for a random P test the other day. She had an hour to go do it, something like that. But anyway, yeah, that I thought that one was pretty funny.
Basic thing. Live in the country you're hired in, man. If that's what you did when you were hired.
Yeah, man. Yeah, do that. You got to do that.
Maybe not. Sure. I guess not, dude.
Yes. Because if you can't make it to that appointment they want you to go to, you look like an ass.
Yes! And you got your head all the way up it.
It's true. All right, let's see. Got a couple more here. This robot crossed a line it should not have because humans told it to. What is this about, Dan?
Well, it went through. It's a delivery service bot, right? And it went through a crime scene. But what happened? It wasn't the bot that faltered. The bot stopped because its programming told it to stop at this obstruction. But somebody lifted the tape and allowed it to go through. Basically, told it to go through. I think it was its handler because these things have remote handlers pretty close in proximity. And it lifted the tape and went ahead and sent it on through the freaking crime scene.
Nice.
But, it wasn't the bot that did that. The bot did the right thing. It stopped at the tape and it just stopped.
Says it right there in the headline.
Yeah.
Because humans told it to.
Humans told. Go ahead. It's no problem. Yeah, it's just a crime scene. Who cares, right?
Right.
Doesn't affect me. It's not real for me. So, yeah, go ahead.
Now, here's one David will get into. The last one we have tonight under earthquakes is Neptune and its rings shine in photos from new space telescope.
Yeah.
That looks really cool, man.
Him and Bo share a passion there because Bo is big into astrology and space and.
Well, you know how I feel about it. I'm like, look, our space program is what we need to keep going with, man. That's the last frontier. It's the final frontier, man.
No, I don't. I think we have a lot to learn from the oceans that we just haven't found.
You know what? You got a point.
Yeah.
You got.
I'm all for exploration. That's how you find new things and leap forward in technology and all that. And but I just think there's a lot more to learn. The ocean floor,
right
you know?
here on Mother Earth.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we've got a lot of shoot. The Laurentian abyss is 7 miles deep, dude. Imagine if we could actually get all the way down there. I don't know if that's humanly possible, though.
Well,
you know, submarines go pretty deep, though. They can go
along the
pretty
way,
damn deep.
you will, you know, find new technologies that may be able to save certain things, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, and you know, people will die. But that's our nature, you know. When we explore, we know the risk, and we do that anyway. So.
Yep. Well, I know what I want to do with my last word. What would you like to do with your last word? Let me know. Maybe I can pop something up here for you.
Oh no, I'm just thankful for every day above Earth, and I'm blessed, and you know, thank everybody that's tuning in and you know, supporting the show, and I really appreciate that. That's all I have to say tonight.
Okay. All right. He's got one more thing to say, though. He didn't put together a Simple Jack Award today.
No Simple Jack.
He'd been too damn busy to get it done, but that's okay.
Yeah.
He still has the same message he has every week, guys.
Never go full retard.
Never go full
full
retard.
retard. Because that's half the people we're talking about.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah. Don't go full retard. You don't want to do that. Our first show, since our first show ever without a Simple Jack Award winner. But that's okay. We just documented how many Simple Jack Award winners right there.
My apologies.
It's cool, man. We're going to get there. We figured out how to do this now. We can do this and we can get it done. We will be back on track.
Actually, Joe, as we've gone on, the audio it's fine.
Just fine. That's what I thought. Yeah. You're going to be good. Okay, so my last word tonight is, boys and girls, when you buy your guns in the future, as in start right about now, don't pay with a credit card. Okay? This story comes out of Axios.
Why not, Joe John? Why not?
Because, dude, credit card companies to track gun store purchases. Now, what does this mean? Are they going to say, oh, Daniel Sr. walked into a Gilgamesh's gun store and picked up an AK, and are they going to know all that? No. What we're talking about here is merchant category codes. What's happening is a panel of the International Organization for Standardization voted to approve the creation of a merchant category code for gun retailers. And the credit card companies are adopting the change. That means gun stores will no longer be categorized as, for example, specialty retailers, potentially making it easier to track firearms, firearm spending. This is the deal. They're going to make a specific merchant category code for gun retailers. No longer will it be a specialty retail store, or gun retailers used to be in a much broader category. They wouldn't be able to nail down what you were buying. But if I don't care who you are, if you walk into a gun store and you purchase a holster or some targets or a friggin' some shells, they know you own a gun. I mean, it's pretty much that simple, guys. So if you don't want the government all up in your business, buy with cash, because apparently they're all about tracking gun store sales now. Let's see. Das Wolfen in the house. Hey, what's going on, Das Wolfen? Good to see you, man. He says Mexico City has a lot of American expats. He must have been talking about that work from home story. I'm sorry, man. I didn't see you there. And my wife says, hell, I got popped for random drug screen. Yeah. All right. And here's Christopher Smith, good old Dallas buddy. He says,
Dallas,
not just our government. Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. So yeah, boys and girls, if you're gonna buy a gun here in the future, you might want to get the cash and do it with that, because credit card companies are gonna start tracking gun sales this way. And
Well, that's just in line with all
Dallas
the
says,
other.
"Yo, right back at you, bro." Did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what did you say? I'm sorry.
Well, I was just saying that's just in line with all the information mining that they do on individuals. They're tracking your sales anyway, Joe. They've been tracking whatever you buy. It just didn't just start today. They know people that are buying guns. They've known for people that are buying guns for a long time.
Yes, I
I
understand.
mean, you know, they are in our business, and they're going to stay in our business, and that's just the way it is.
Yes. Okay, so that is it for this week's show, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed it. It's good to have my brother back in the land of YouTube with his axe and his great video and his great sound. He's all set. He's awesome.
It's nice to be back. Yes.
Yes, it is nice to have you back, my brother. And I want to let the folks know what's going on here on YouTube. Let's see.
You're gonna roll your artwork.
Yes,
and stuff?
I am, my brother.
Okay. Cool.
Or not. Remember when you were home, Danny actually came home. Well, I say came home. He's in his home. But when I talk about home, he knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Where he and I grew up. This where you see me sitting, this is exactly where the bunk beds me and this dude grew up on were.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, let's see. Yeah, I uploaded that when we were here, just because you reminded me of it. And speaking of that, you will be able to see this stuff, the stuff behind me, and this stuff right here, my drawings for my comic book, and you'll be able to see the creation of it on the show on Saturdays at 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern. It's Sketching the Privateer with commentary by
Privateer.
That's right, the Privateer comic book. I'm in double digits now, man. I'm almost done plotting the first one, which means I got to do the detail work now. Sketching the Privateer. That's every Saturday at 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern. Justifier Jim gives commentary because sometimes I get so into the drawing that I forget to say something. And then you can see me this Sunday at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. That's 2 hours before kickoff of NFL Sunday. Me and my co-host Knock will be talking about all the areas of football. We always start the show with Knock's Scouting Report, we call it. It's the day in college football. Probably be Danny's favorite part of the show because that's his stuff. He loves college football. And then we move on. Go Tigers, he say. Boomer Sooner. That's what it's all about. But anyway, then we'll cover the games that went on earlier that week and what's coming up on the Sunday games. We'll get you all set for kickoff. If you don't want to listen to the Communist News Network, ESPN, then come see us. We got a show for you. And then, of course, my brother's favorite picture that I took of myself, me totally disgusted with my video game play. Over on Twitch, I do Papa Joe Gamer up way too late on Sundays and Mondays after the games. Do it for 3 hours and I have a pretty good time doing it. And I have a few cocktails, you know how we do it. That's every Sunday and Monday at 11 Central, midnight Eastern for about 3 hours. I change games about every hour. And then my new show, which I hope Small Time Republic will show up for whenever he wants to. I've invited a few people on here. Nobody came on last night, but 2 nights ago I had Knock that does the Sunday show with me, and Pope Metallicus the First, a really good fellow vet, Dan. He's a Marine that fought for us over there in I can't remember if it's Afghanistan or Iraq. I'm not sure, but yeah, they were on here and they talked about Star Wars for a half an hour, man. We were on for a couple hours that night. Yeah. Well, anytime Ron's in there, he always leans it towards Star Wars. But anyway, it's State of the Atmosphere where I threw up like last night, I got into the Brett Favre stuff and the Trump lawsuit. But anyway, come see me. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's totally chat driven, and we'll check things out. And of course, you've got this show every Thursday, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. The Brothers Hack the Matrix. I'm up to 4. I'm up to 4 regular shows on YouTube and 1 on Twitch. Man, you believe this shit?
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, I'm having a good time with it. Anyway, you can come see us every week, Thursday, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. We go for about an hour and a half talking about everything we love. And it's born of conversations we had when Danny was trying to make it through traffic in a major city in the U.S. trying to get home. So without shooting everybody around him. So, yeah, that's what he does. He talks to his family to calm him down, you know. So anyway, you got any final words for the folks out there, Dan?
No, thank you for tuning in, and God bless.
And Danny says, go Tigers. I say Boomer Sooner. And Dallas, of course, says hook 'em. What's up? Danny, you was about to say it, weren't you? Yeah, he was about to say it. He almost said it, folks. He almost said it.
Out of respect for Chris, I'm going to let it go.
Hey, his birthday was yesterday. Give him a birthday shout out.
Happy birthday, Chris.
I'm not going to say how old he is because he's kind of touchy.
He's 21, dude. I mean, 21 forever.
Well, listen, guys, we will see you next week, and until we see you again, you keep on keeping on. God bless you, folks.